Tesla accessories. The one car cult of owners who spend so much on accessories for their Tesla for some reason. I've had my Tesla Model Y for over 3 years and I've bought my share of accessories. But which one am I using on the daily and which ones do I recommend? There's also a ton of brand new accessories in 2024, some which I didn't even realize I needed, but it's super cool and I really like. Now let's first start with the important accessories that protect the outside of your car. And for that, we're gonna go ahead and start with my baby, the mud flaps. I mean, I've had these on since day one. These are from Basenor. I got it on Amazon and works well. It's been on my car for over 3 years with 0 issues. I know Tesla sells some mud flaps as well. Theirs is only for the front piece and it has like a rally look to it, so it's much larger and sits lower to the ground. But overall, I like my mud flaps. I know Spigen sells some if you want a little extra flair with that carbon fiber look. I think it looks super sexy as well. Helps protect the paint and adds a little bit of flair to the Tesla Model Y. It looks really good. Now another one is paint protection film. I don't know if you noticed, but the Model Y has a matte look to it. It's because there's a paint protection film on the entire car. However, what I recommend for most people is at least get some sort of paint protection film for just the front bumper to avoid any rock chips and scratches. My car has over 60,000 miles on it. The bumper looks brand new. PPF is a needed accessory, at least for the front bumper. So I mean, that's pretty much it as far as outside stuff go for protection that I think is necessary. But let's talk about the fun interior accessories that I love. And first off, we're just gonna start right away with my screen protector. Highly recommended. Everyone should get it even before you get your Tesla because it's like a giant phone. I mean, you never know if you ever drop something. This one time I was lugging around these giant poles and I smashed it against the screen. Luckily I had the screen protector on because if I cracked it, this is a very expensive repair. So just get one. Mine's from Spigen, fits perfectly, easy to install, has a matte look to it so it's not very glary. However, if you want more clarity, they also have that as well. But the matte one is solid and I love it. Now, if you get into any Tesla, you're gonna see one of 2 floor mats. One is by Tasmanian and the other is by 3D Max Spider. The 3D Max Spider is a great floor mat to have. Everyone loves it because it looks super minimalistic, protects the interior of your Tesla really well, has that carbon fiber look to it, even includes these small little feet at the bottom that help stick onto the carpet super well. However, for me, I've been rocking these Tasmanian 2.0 floor mats for a while now, and I have to say I love it. It's much lighter than the previous generation, still has that tub style shape design to protect it. They updated it so they have these little grooves here, sticks onto the carpet super well, and it's a great fit. Now they have this entire piece that covers the carpet underneath your seats, and it's awesome. So it's literally 100% protection for the carpet in the Tesla Model Y, and that's what I love about the Tasmanian 2.0 floor mats. Speaking of protection in the rear, this is super necessary and needed. This is by Jowua, and it protects that vent in the back. And people don't realize it exists. However, stuff can get lost in there and you don't want to have to deal with that, but it's an air vent and you want to make sure it's protected. So I just put this on here, sticks on with Velcro onto the carpet. Doesn't fit perfectly because of your Tasmanian floor mat, the piece I was talking to you about. And I highly recommend everyone buy this just to protect this back piece here. And another thing, especially if you have dogs, you want to protect the white seats. I bought this one on Amazon 3 years ago, still use it today. What I love about this is not only does it work well, it has a cutout. You can unzip it in case you have like a passenger on this side and they want to sit in the back with the dogs. Great addition to have. So another accessory that I love is this Spigen armrest cover. Super useful at protecting that center because Simba, my dogs, love to put their paws on. I don't want them to scratch it. Looks beautiful, has a matte look to it. Super easy to install. Pops off here. Look at that. Looks like this. And all you do is you just take it with the logo at the bottom and you just slip it on all the way it's in. And look how clean that looks. And it's great at protecting and it also looks really good. Also, another thing I recommend, the cup holders, they get super musty after a while. So I like to have some sort of cup holder protector. And I like the theme Spigen has is this kind of like this carbon fiber minimalistic look. So I got this from Spigen myself. It fits really well. It looks good. It kind of matches the whole theme. You also want to be protecting your seats, especially if you have the white seats. I highly recommend some sort of coating. I recommend the Gyeon leather coating. Very easy to install. I've done it twice since I've owned the car, so I pretty much do it every 2 years almost. It protects the seats, it protects the coating. I have tons of videos where I did testing and stuff where it does a great job, and I highly recommend you guys get that as well. I'm also a firm believer in a sunshade for your Tesla Model Y for the windshield. The UV damage and the heat, it can warp the interior as well as the dashboard, not something you want to have to deal with. And a sunshade helps decrease the overall heat of the vehicle. For me, I've been using my heat shield sunshade forever. It fits perfectly and works great. However, I found that a lot of my friends didn't like that one because it rolls up really big and it takes up a lot of space. So another one that I've been recommending is the one from Spigen. It collapses super easily and it also fits really well and it helps keep the interior cooler. Another item that I found is useful, especially for people who hate the sun coming from their roof, is this sunshade by Autrifode. Really like this one because it fits magnetically and you can easily remove it when it's not sunny and put it back up on the fly when it is sunny. Fits perfectly, protects yourself from that UV damage, and it works really well. But overall, I feel like those are the important pieces to use when you want to protect the interior of your car. A lot of people have been asking me, what do I use to clean the seats, to clean the dashboard and all that stuff? And again, I'm not sponsored. I use Car Guys Super Cleaner. I've tried all these different ones. However, I like the Car Guys one for some reason because it just sticks better and it just cleans better. And I'll make sure I link everything in the description below. Just don't overspray the Car Guys Super Cleaner because it can leave a white residue. Then once I do that, I use 303 Aerospace Protectant to kind of protect interior from UV damage. You can apply it on the seats, you can apply it on the dashboard trim. It doesn't leave a greasy residue, it just kind of leaves it like a slick look to it. I highly recommend that as well. So next, let's talk about organization. Now, Teslas don't come with any sort of organization trays to keep your stuff nice and tidy, so you have to buy everything yourself. I've tried a ton of trays over the years, and I found my go-to ones are by Jowua and Spigen. Right now, I have the Spigen one on. It fits super well. It has a very minimalistic carbon fiber look, slides easily, and it holds a lot of stuff. But one game changer that I love so much, and I recently added this, and I got it from Spigen, is a screen storage tray. It's made out of 2 pieces. It fits magnetically. It's a perfect fit, but the quality is so high. And what I love about this is not only can you put stuff at the bottom, but you can also put stuff at the top, like your sunglasses. And they even come with a little magnetic piece that you can attach like a tissue box to. And that's the whole point of all these accessories, right? You don't want to constantly keep buying new ones. You want to buy one that's made out of good quality and just keep it forever. Don't have to worry about it ever again. It just works and it makes your everyday life easier. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and as always, like the video. I want to talk about a super cool one, and this is super useful if you have any spare cash or you want to store like an extra credit card just in case. And this is by Spigen as well, and it is this hidden armrest storage tray thing. I've tried other ones and it always breaks. High quality hinges, so when you press it, it opens beautifully and neatly and allows you to store stuff. Very nice because no one knows it exists, because especially if someone breaks into your car, you're not gonna be looking, ooh, look at this little thing. So before we move on, let's talk about the updated Model 3 Highland refresh. Because it's so new, there's not a lot of accessories out for it yet. So let's check it out. Man, the Model 3 performance is sexy. Again, they completely updated the interior. I have a dedicated video on that. But let's talk about some new accessories I was able to get my hands on thanks to Spigen. Now this one's a cool one. Can you get a nice detailed shot of this bad boy? This is the Spigen hidden armrest console one. You know, I have one for the Model Y. This one's slightly different because instead of a hinge, there's a button you press, which opens this up. They have like this rubber piece where you can attach a credit card. You can attach a credit card here too. Very well thought out, made of very high quality materials, fits perfectly right in here. So again, we have the center console organizer. Even the Model 3 Highland, the brand new 2024 model, doesn't have it. So I put it down here and it slides easily, tons of storage options, it's very easy. And another tray is the armrest console organizer, and this one is awesome. Again, all these little rubber pieces you can easily remove if you want to wash it. It's gonna go right here. It's just a giant empty space, so it's nice to have some sort of organization. And look at this perfect fit. It has a nice handle for you to grip it. Right there, boom. And if you thought I was done, I mean, whoa. Spigen also has this thing. It's like a carbon fiber protector look thing for the door hook. That's cool. Spigen threw a curveball and they shared something with me that isn't even released yet, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. Spigen's making floor liners now and they look good. They kept the same theme with that very minimalistic carbon fiber look to it. It kind of looks just like the carbon fiber on the dashboard of the Model 3 Performance. Even has that feet that I love that prevents it from slipping. It has the Spigen logo on the side here, anti-slip grip for your feet. And what's one annoying thing when you have people in your beautiful brand new car, if they have mud or something and they kind of smash it against this piece right here, but there's no way to protect it, right? You can't protect this piece. Look at this bad boy. Same material, very nice, Velcro on the entire piece here, so it's a perfect fit. So it's super easy to install. The Velcro sticks so well, and it's a perfect fit. And the Model 3, I don't know if you can see this, but it kind of indents down. But Spigen made sure they've got that in their floor mats, so it's a perfect fit. It is 100% beautiful, looks great. I don't have to worry about anything. Fits perfectly in the rears as well, so it's a full protection, front, rears. And they even have it for the trunk. They even have the front and the sub-trunk liners. Look at that fit. Man, I am shocked with these floor mats. They are amazing. You know, Spigen, they really hit it out of the ballpark on this one because they kind of took everything I love about all the floor mats that I had and they put it all in one packaging. The tub style design, grips on the feet so it doesn't move around. Perfect fit, very light. It looks good. Now, if you guys are interested in the floor mats, at least, it is such a new product, so they have limited supply. However, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting a short when I find out there's more inventory available because these floor mats are legit. Now, let's talk about stuff that make my life easier on the daily basis in my Model Y. And first, let's talk about this game changer. It's called Smart Cup, and it's an auto drink holder. It fits the 64-ounce, the giant Hydro Flasks perfectly. Why did we get this, you ask? Well, before we would put our Hydro Flask on the seat and it ended up leaking and it caused damage to the seat sensor. In order to replace that, it could be like a few $100s. Luckily, ours dried, but it's not something you want to worry about. So I mean, just get one of these, put it in here so you can have a bigger water bottle and it fits perfectly. Now, one thing, surprisingly, the LED light for the Tesla Model Y, like the door lights as well as the puddle lights for your foot are very dim. So I ended up upgrading mine with aftermarket ones the second I got my Tesla Model Y like 3 years ago. Still works fine today. Highly recommended, very easy to install, but it makes it super bright so you can see better at night. Another thing I recommend, I got this from Tasmanian, but it just helps keep it organized with different sections and compartments because the Model Y is just a giant hole here. Another thing I love is this USB splitter that I got from Amazon. What I love about it is you could have multiple stuff like plugged in, and it has these touch controls so you can easily turn things on and off. I have my rear detector on, it's not on, I can turn it on and off as well. Super nice to have. And it also shows you the voltage of your 12-volt low voltage battery, and it's just nice to have. Another thing you should have is this key card holder. I like this. It's just cheap Amazon one. I think Spigen sells it too, and theirs is actually a better quality one. Put your Tesla key card in here in case you ever have to give it to valet or something, which is why I like to keep one extra in the car. I just leave it there. Another thing is with the cell phone, the charger is at the bottom. However, it's at a horrible angle so you can't see your Waze maps or anything. So I like this one by Magbag. I like how clean and minimalistic it looks. It fits perfectly. Fast charges your cell phone, doesn't get in the way of the screen. It looks great. Unlocks with Face ID every time because it's at the perfect angle. And another cool addition, if you end up using your USB ports a lot, are the USB Hubs by Jowua. They have two kinds, this one and another one which has a nice cool LED light at the top. This one's super cool because it just hides inside of that center console area, and it's just a nice addition to have in case you always are constantly using those USB-C ports. Another really convenient thing is a way to open your garage door. Everyone can have a remote control and stuff. However, for me, I've been using the MyQ subscription and I highly recommend it. I did a dedicated video on that, but it's just super cool. It just pops up right here instantly. It tells you the status in real time of your garage door. With the Tesla Home Link, it's $350. You install it and it stays with that one Tesla. So if you sell that Tesla, you don't get that Home Link back. However, with the MyQ subscription, that subscription will go with you with any Tesla you buy. So overall, it's a win-win. Now, this is important if you have a lot of guests in the back or kids. I'm in the second row here. Where the heck is the seatbelt? I can't even get to it. It's all the way back here. I gotta move it out of the way. And then when you're done using it, it just hides away back there. So it can be super annoying, super annoying to get to, which is why I got this from Spigen. Super cool because if I have guests who are trying to sit in the back, they don't have to worry about finding the seatbelt. It's a seatbelt extender. It attaches to the headrest at the bottom here. So now when someone's done with the seatbelt, they put it back and look, it just stays on here. So it's always right here for them no matter what. So next, let's talk about absolutely necessary must-have safety accessories for your Tesla. And let's first start with an air compressor. Talk about it all the time. My cousin just got one because he had a flat tire and he didn't have an air compressor, so he ran to the nearest store to get it. The one I've been using for a while now is the Fantic X8 Apex. This thing is legit. I bought it myself. This is the EV version. And the only difference with the EV version is that you just get a cool little default preset. Look, it's a little Tesla. They now have a deluxe version with a hard carrying case and a 12-volt charger. So I just checked and the air is a little bit low. So I mean, let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up. Now for the Model Y, they recommend 42. But I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to 45, so +3. So I got my stopwatch here. Let's see how long it takes to go from 36 to 45 PSI. Done, 2 minutes and like 35 seconds. That wasn't too bad at all. 9 PSI. You could charge it in your Tesla because it charges via USB-C. If you ever need to, you can even use it as a power bank to charge your phone, which is kind of cool. It even has a light if it's dark outside or in an emergency. I mean, it has so many reviews on Amazon, but if you guys have a Cybertruck, I also like going off-roading. So in the Cybertruck, I bought the X9 since it's way stronger to fill up my giant Cybertruck tires. And it even has a built-in power bank to charge laptops, perfect for any camping or off-roading adventure. Super handy, super compact and portable, but it's just nice to have and you keep it in your Tesla at all times. Now this next stuff, this is the go-to. I highly recommend everyone just getting what I have. We've been on so many road trips and I found the pieces that I have in this special area, this hidden secret compartment is vital because you never know what's gonna happen. So let's take a look at it. So we have my mobile charging kit. I recommend for sure everyone has this. Got the NEMO 1450 adapter, standard plug. I use this constantly when I'm at an Airbnb or something with the free plug. Everyone should have that. However, you also want to have this bad boy, and this is a different plug. It's mostly found at RV sites, but it's an adapter for your NEMO 1450. So definitely keep both of these in your Tesla at all times because you never know if you're at an RV site. I think some dryer plugs are like this as well. Another thing you have to have is a heavy duty extension cord. I use this a ton. Doesn't blow any fuses or anything. It's safe and I highly recommend this as well. Now you're looking at this and you're like, what the heck? Definitely have this. You never know when you're gonna rock chip in your windshield. So it's nice to have if you're on a road trip, you got a rock chip and you can repair it on the fly super quickly. That way it doesn't spread and get worse. So I just keep this in my Tesla at all times. Now this should be in the front actually, but you also want to have a way to jumpstart your Tesla if you need to in case of an emergency. I did do a dedicated video where you put a really small battery in the front where the tow hook is, and then you can use that to open up the front. That way you can get the jump starter. So this should actually be in the front because I don't know why it's here. I also recommend a tire compressor as well as sealant. Tesla sells it. They actually updated it, so there's a new one. However, this one's nice. It comes with the sealant here, and in case you have a flat tire and there's no way for you to repair it and you need to get somewhere and you can't fill it up, it's good to have in case of emergency. Other stuff is you want to make sure you have a tire repair kit. I have a video on this, but it's a way to easily plug up a hole. If it's in an easily accessible area, you can repair the tire yourself. And lastly, everyone must have this unless you have the Tesla Cybertruck, but in case you're in the boonies, in the middle of nowhere, you want a way for the shop to jack up your car with these pucks, because if you don't have these and they jack up the car normally, it could damage your high voltage battery at the bottom. So everyone should definitely have this as well. Just keep it in there. Now this one we keep in our glove box, the J1772 adapter. In case you're at like a charge point or a third-party charging station, you have to charge up, you could use this. Also make sure you have your anti-carrying device or your charging lock. Fits perfectly, but it prevents someone from removing the charger from your car and doing whatever they want with it and charging their car or something like that. I just have both in the glove box as well. And you also want your CCS adapter. I know the CCS is dead. However, it's still on all fast third-party charging stations like Electrify America and EVgo. So just have that just in case, especially if you're traveling on the holidays. There's no superchargers available. So it's nice to have those third-party charging stations available for you to use. This one we keep on our center console tray, highly recommended. It's a Rescue Me device and it's used to break the glass or cut your seatbelt if you need to. You never know. You might pull a Michael Scott and drive into a lake and you have to get out in an emergency and the windows aren't working. Everyone should have one of these. They're super cheap. I bought mine on Amazon and just keep it in each car. It's just nice to have. So now we got the good stuff and most important stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the fun stuff that it's nice to have, but you don't absolutely need. And let's start with the front license plate holder. Now, Teslas come with double-sided one that you could just mount on there permanently. However, I never liked that, and a lot of Teslas in California at least don't have front license plates. But I did get pulled over and I got a ticket for one. So the ones I recommend are by Snap Plate and Quick Bandit. I have the Snap Plate on the Model X and I have the Quick Bandit on the Model Y. I think the Quick Bandit one has a better quality slightly. Just the way it's designed, it's super cool to have. And you just have to find the grill here, pull it down, and then it's done. And then there's like a safety screw you can go ahead and screw on completely all the way, but it fits perfectly and works really well. Another thing I think is important, and nobody roasts me in the comments, is my radar detector. I don't speed, however, it is nice to know if there is a highway patrol with radar in the area. So it's just nice to have. I have it on all my Teslas. And again, Teslas go so fast. Sometimes I'm on the freeway and it's so quiet, I don't realize I'm going 80 miles per hour. I can get pulled over technically for that. I also installed these color light strips I got from Amazon. I installed it like 2 years ago. It's just nice to have, just to provide a little bit of ambiance and color in the older Model Ys. I know the Model 3 refresh has that RGB lighting integrated and it looks beautiful. One thing I love, and they did send me this, are these sexy buttons and the sexy knob. It's so cool because you can customize your Tesla to anything you want. You know how people are complaining that they don't know where the windshield wiper speed is? With these buttons, you can stick it on anywhere, press the button and it pops up and it fixes it for you. With the sexy knob, they completely updated it with the LED screen. You can even thank your driver by pressing a button. You can control the amount of brake regen. It's not completely necessary, but it is super cool to have. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a dedicated video on that, because there's so much stuff with those sexy knobs that I can't fit that all in one video. I also love these Spigen performance pedals. It looks great. It provides a more sporty look to the interior of my Tesla. Now, I've been using a ton of different air fresheners. However, my go-to I still love is my Drift air freshener. They have it in the wood or the stone one, which is this one. It lasts a solid month and a half. Very subtle. The smells are all natural, but I get it monthly and I love it. Now, my wife uses this every single day because she supercharges and she does her notes while she's in the car. But it's this Jowua desk. Look at this. It fits perfectly. You can even eat on it. It fits with the Model Y, the Model X. However, it's just a nice tray to have when you're working or something, or you just want to get stuff done. Collapses, compact, super easy, and it's so good to have. I love washing my car. I like keeping it clean, even with all the dogs and dog hair. So one quick and easy way to clean up all the crumbs and all the dog hair is a portable vacuum cleaner. So I got this portable vacuum cleaner from Fantic. It's called the Slim V8 Apex. I mean, I just like the Fantic products ever since I got the air compressor because, I mean, it works well, powerful, strong, does the job. It's just nice to have. It has all these attachments because it's the car version. But pretty much I just attach it onto here. And then if I have any crummies or anything in the crevices, I just turn it on. They have different modes. The max power mode lasts a solid 13 minutes. HEPA filter in here. And then when you want to remove all the dirt, you just open it up and empty it out. It's so easy. It even has a blower function. So if you have a lot of hair on the dashboard, or if you need to clean the cups here, whew, nice to have. Get it. Now, one thing I had a very difficult time finding is a trash can for the Tesla. So I found this one. It's like the liner of one, but it's held in with Velcro and allows me to just have a trash can. I could stick it on the side so it doesn't like take a lot of space for the passenger footwell. But that's it, folks. Those are the accessories I've been using on the daily. It's just comfortable. I like to have, makes my everyday life easier with the Tesla. What do you guys think? What are your favorite go-to accessories that I'm missing? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.